Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast, So Deep. I'm your host, Sudeep Verma, and today I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic, the mystery of soap. Why this book? Well, life is the biggest teacher, and the real lessons in life are the biggest learning. That's what I believe in. We all go through, we all learn from books, from school, from teachers, from our parents, from our environment. We all learn throughout the life. And some of these learnings, by the way, transform our lives. But we keep these learnings to ourselves mostly, unless there is a trigger. I also have learned a lot throughout my life. I'm a curious soul. So I have been learning. I had been always seeking answers. And I have learned a lot of things which actually truly transformed my life. But I kept it inside me till my trigger happened. And my trigger was when I was detected with colon cancer in 2019. That shook my world. And two things happened. Before the operation, I was lying on a stretcher outside the operation theater. And I had to wait for 30 minutes. And during that time, my whole life flashed in front of my eyes. And I thought, not bad. I have gone through, I have done a lot in life. I have really learned. I have been blessed to learn a lot of things. And certain learnings truly transformed my life. And I thought one thing, why, if this has changed my life, why should it not be shared? But I was outside the operation theater. So I decided, if I will come out alive, I will share. However, somehow I knew I will be fine. And I'll share that later why. Second thing happened, during when they were about to take me into the operation theater, doctor came and asked, how are you feeling? I said, fantastic. I said, I'm not going to die. He looked into me. I said, you will not. No, I said, I will not die. My body might, but I will not. I'm a soul. I'm not the body. He was shocked. He looked into my eyes and he said, if people have this positive perspective before any operation, this is half the victory anyways for us, the doctors. And anyways, the operation happened and I came out alive. I reflected on what doctors said. If one is positive, then half the battle is won. And I decided this was because of certain things I have learned, transformative learnings that I had got, that gave me the power of fighting to successfully come out of cancer. And that's where I resolved, I will write a book. That's where the thought process came, I will write a book. I had decided to write about the mystery of soul. And this topic, while it is very exciting, while it is widely sought after, yet it is very controversial as well. And I thought, how to go about it, to make it very simple. I looked at various things that is available in the market, in the domain of general public. There are methods, well documented, well proven methods, which various people use, like astrology, like yoga, like hypnotherapy, etc., etc. Then there are religious beliefs. Then there are scientific research. There is so much out there. And then most importantly, there are real life experiences. In the case of near-death experience or rebirth, lakhs and lakhs of such type of well-documented experiences are there across the world, not only in India, across the world, which make people think, what is out there? And my experience, so all this is in the domain. And my learning was something else. I thought to make it very simple, very real life experience based. And I had stumbled upon, through certain experiences, interaction with the higher realm. So I thought I will simply share in a very simple language this whole experiences, real life experiences. And by the way, in this whole journey, being a science student, being an IT professional, I always look for logic. I always look for proof. So I did look at that. And at each stage, I have tried to look at the logic, proof, and the real experiences and cross-validated that. So that was my approach. That has been my approach to write this book. And that's how this book has come out. So my book was finished. And then came the thought process. This is inside out. I have created this book. I have written it based on my experiences. Let me, before I go to publish, let me try to take the feedback from some people that I know. And those people who are critical, or who are critiques, who actually give fantastic feedbacks. So I approached 4 people. There is Dr. Neelam Kelwani, and she is, by the way, part of the storyline. She is a healer, past life regression healer. She is a PhD, she is doctorate in Ayurveda. She is multifaceted, fantastic person. Then there is Anshu Srivastav, who also is a small part of the book. She is also a healer. And by the way, I'll soon do a podcast with her to detail it out. She is a fantastic person, a corporate girl turned to a healer, to a mental health specialist. So that was second person. Third person is a fantastic guy, fantastic corporate guy, world leader, ex-ICICI banker, N. Ravi Narayanan. A fantastic person with logical, analytical views. So I thought he would be a right person to give me feedback. And the fourth, final person was Mr. Vivek Chandra Verma. He is Deputy Director General of UAIDI, which is Aadhaar Board, an IIT, and a fantastic person with knowledge. So I chose these 4 guys to take the feedback. And the feedback came. And while all of them had said one thing, that your story has come out very well. In fact, N. Ravi Narayan said that it was like reading a raunchy thriller. He could not take off his eyes from the book, and he said, I finished the book in simple 2 readings. And similar feedback I got from others also. But then came the feedback on improvement. Neelam said, there are a lot of topics that you have covered, which you have restricted, and maybe people may get doubt about it. So they may have few more questions. So she gave me certain feedback that if you can elaborate your book on these topics. Similar feedback came from Ravi Narayanan. He said, Sudeep, off the line, and I'm making it public. He said, off the line, I'm giving you a feedback. While your book kept me hooked and it gave me a lot of information, fantastic information, but I became more curious. and there are 8-10 questions that I have written for you. If you can elaborate that, I think that will be good, because that is what the audience, general public, will think about. So I looked at that. So by the way, this was a fantastic experience. This was completely outside in perspective I got about the book, and I ensured that I take that feedback and I elaborated those topics based on my learning, my experience, and my knowledge. So this was the book. Second learning was my first book, Shades and Curves of My Life, which was very much liked, and a lot of people read. But I also realized one thing, that nowadays in the market, people don't have time, don't have patience to read a book. Simply don't read, even if they want, they don't have time. So I thought, instead of long book, I will reduce the book and focus only on those topics and precisely on those points which will address which will give the knowledge, not here and there. So this time I have reduced my book to 152 pages only, and I think now people will have patience to read the book with 152 pages. Two things. Again, I will come back to where I started. Life is the biggest teacher, and the real life experience is the biggest learning. But whenever we try to learn something, one thing happened. We have accumulated certain knowledge and we are looking to get certain knowledge. Trust me, those who look at this knowledge with an open mind and then apply their own logic, apply their own thought process around it, to finally form whether this knowledge is for them to grab or may not agree with this. They can agree to agree or agree to disagree. That's fine. But the biggest thing is, for anything to grab anything, one has to have an open mind, openness to receive. So my 2 cents is, while this topic is very curious, interesting, and controversial to some, please read it with an open mind, and at the end you may form your own opinion. This is very simple, very logical. And one more thing, some people think that this topic is very, they have a fear to get into this topic. Soul, why do I need to get into this? Trust me, it's not about soul. Soul is inside us anyways. It's about the power within us. And it's all about realizing that we have power and unlocking it, so that you do better in your life. So this book is all about positivity, empowerment. Understand your power, understand what is out there, understand yourself, explore yourself, unlock your power, and improve your way of life. That's all I have to say. Please go grab your book, read this book. Trust me, it's not going to disappoint you. It's available on Amazon, Flipkart, Ingram, Notion Press, and very soon, in a couple of days, the ebook also is going to be coming up. Happy reading. Cheers.